begin by creating a sketch. Just press S, sketch, this top plane, press R, rectangle. That is going to be 300 by 200. Draw a point, S point, here, D, dimension, 3 mm, which is the thickness of my acrylic sheet, L, line, another L, line, search rectangular pattern, the small line, this is the direction. It's going to be spacing, a spacing of 25, they're going to be 12 of them. Hit T for trim, sorry, hit T, and draw a line at the midpoint here. Just hover a line until this comes, which is midpoint snap sign. Make it center line, and then trim, sorry, control undo, and then escape trim this. So I need to mirror, search mirror this. So this, the mirror line is here, okay. So I need to get another point here. It's going to be offset a distance of 140 from one end. Then I'm going to draw a rectangle, center rectangle. It's going to be 50 tab 7 mm. I'm going to fillet this 2 mm. Enter. So we have our base sketch. Just hit E, extrude upwards by 3 mm, and make it a new component. Okay, that's our base. You can rename the component to base. I'm going to hit the side and just begin another sketch there. So S, sketch, enter, hit this plane, and then hit the front. I'm going to begin by projecting geometry, hit P. So project the geometry here. You could probably just select the shapes like this. Okay. I'm going to draw a rectangle, 2-point rectangle, from this corner to this corner, which is 300, with a height of 190. So it's 300 tab 190, enter. And then from there, I'm going to make points around this rectangle. So press S, point, make one point here, make another point here. So this point is going to be at a distance 40 from the bottom. Let me just confirm that. Is it 40 or 50? 40. And then this point is going to be at a distance 150 from the end. And I can draw those lines. So this one from here to here, let's make sure it's perpendicular there. This one from here to here, make sure it's from here to this point, make sure it hits those points. Okay, and then we are going to get another point. Yeah, we're going to get another point here. Just dimension it a distance of 200. We're going to create another line from here, probably, and just constrain it to be parallel to this. So that's parallel, and we're going to trim this, and we can also extend this, and then can trim this. Sorry, can trim this. Could also trim this and this, and that's our basic shape for the side. So could also trim this, and we can finish the sketch at that point. Yeah, so let's extrude this shape. So just press E. This is a shape, and then we can begin extruding it. So we are going to now extrude at that point, this point, this point, this point, this point, and this point, backwards by 3 mm, so negative 3 mm, and we're going to make it a new component that can be renamed to be side 1. Now that said, you can simply construct a mid-plane. So search mid-plane, then you're just going to hit between which planes, so between this plane and this plane. Okay, so then we can mirror. Going to mirror a component. This is a component, and this is the mirror plane. Okay, so we can come to construction and just hide this plane. We're going to come and begin drawing another sketch. So just search sketch, enter here on this plane. So I'm just going to come and project the geometry of this shape upwards. Just so I project this upwards there, and then having projected that, I will draw a line from this corner to this corner, and having done that, then now I can be able to extrude it. But before I extrude that, I'm just going to draw a line, a midpoint line here, from that end to that end, and then I'm going to just call it center line. Just search point here. I'm going to dimension it 50 mm. I'm going to search rectangle, center rectangle. From here, it's going to be 50 tab 7, and we just fill it up. 2 mm would be sufficient again. And that is okay. I can very fast hit extrude here, Let's extrude, but I'm also going to extrude these as well. I'm extruding it downwards. It's going to be -3, and it's not cut but a new component. Yeah, so could just call that the mid ground. Now that done, I'm going to draw support for the mid ground and the ground component here. I will create a sketch here. So I just sketch. This is a plane, right? And then I will project these here, here, okay. And I'll just do a 2-point rectangle from this corner to this bottom corner. So we just finish projecting here, and just draw a rectangle from this corner to this corner. So this is going to be 194 tab 43. I'll get its midpoint right here and just hover around until I find that mark for midpoint, and I could just mark this as center line. Now this is 194, so I'd just like to put it in steps, probably of 10 steps. So just place a line from here to here, and then I can rectangular array as rectangular pattern of this line. That's going to be, I need them to be 10 with a spacing of -19.4. Enter. So I'm interested with this. I need the space. I need the space in between here to be wide enough to be able to fit somebody's fingers. So this is 38. So probably I'll chew, or I'll create a point here and here, which I will just simply make a midpoint. So I'll just dimension it from here to here to be 19.4 divided by 2, or 9.7, the same as here, just 19.4 divided by 2. So our supports will come, to that point, and just like that, and like that, and I can trim off the excess. Now after doing that, I'll just draw a line running from the midpoint here to here, and then that's going to be center line. So a line running from here to here, from this point to this point, and just trim this point, and runs from this point to this point, and then I will mirror this by this mirror line. Okay. So that said, now I could again mirror this, 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 that by this mirror line here. Okay, so maybe I'm just going to make this a construction line so that you can have that shape and this shape. So make this as a construction line. I can have that shape and this shape. So I'm going to extrude these two shapes. So extrude that and extrude that, and going to extrude. Let's call them new components. Extrude by a distance of -3. Okay, so I'm going to call them supports 1, supports pair 1. So I'll just hit up my mid plane between here and here, and just this just mirror this. Mirror plane is here. Okay, so you have our components right here, and then you can hide away construction line. So we fairly have a shape, a likeable shape. I'm going to create my top face, so that will be start a sketch. So this is the plane I'm interested in. Now I can just project geometry, and this is the geometry that I am interested in projecting. Yeah, okay, so it's not complete to the very end, but I can just complete it. Just going to just draw a rectangle from this point all the way to just project this and this, and then I will just fill up a line here from here to here, and then just dimension it to be offset by 25, and trim it up. So I'll trim that up there. I will have a problem with constraints, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point, so I'll just delete that. I have everything I need. Oh, not everything. So I'll just draw a line from there to here, and another one from this end to this end, and I'm just going to just let everything else stay and extrude these like this. So I'll let this top part be front here. Oh yeah, we have an issue. I need more lines here. Just come back to the sketch, complete this, and another line there, here, and then just extrude. Need this, 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 and then this as well. I need to extrude it downwards as a new component, and it's by a distance of -3 mm. So that said, the general shape is done. I'll come and draw this point here that's going to house the lens. So I'll create a sketch on this face here, right? So just project this, 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 and this, and draw a rectangle from this point to this point. Finish the sketch. Now draw a line, center line, this sketch from here to here. Just call it center line, and then I'll just create a point here and dimension it 40 from here. So I'll create a rectangle, center rectangle. So it's going to be 80 tab 80, and then I'll just come and create an arc, 3-point arc. So this is the end, the middle, and then I can trim off this. So I'm then going to create tabs on this, and how I create the tabs, I'll just slice geometry so that I can see better. And then now this distance here from here to here is 147. So I just like my tabs to be 20. So just pick a rectangle and just hit it 3 tab 20, enter, and another rectangle and hit 3 tab 20, enter, and then I'll dimension, probably offset it by about 35 here, and offset also this by about 35. So we are going to extrude to mirror this object and this object here by this mirror line. So my mirror line had been selected as an object. I'm just going to deselect it, and then select it as a mirror line. Okay. So I can now toggle off the slice option. Then I can hit A, extrude. I need to extrude this plus this, and this, and somebody is missing here. So let's go back to the sketch, the slice geometry option, and just like fill up this, and toggle off slice geometry, and then extrude this, this, and this, and this. It's just going to be a -3, new component again. Now for this we call it the hood door, maybe. And this we call it the top. Yeah, so pretty much the teleprompter is formed. So what remains is the front part where the glass is going to sit. So I'm going to design this. I'm going to get a plane. So I'm just going to get a plane. Just get a construction plane here. I need to toggle visibility, and probably just toggle that visibility. So I'll offset it inwards by 2 mm, negative 2 millimeters. And that's where I'm going to create my sketches. So I'll just create sketch on this, and just want to look at it from that angle, probably slice it. So just need 2 tabs, and I'd like them to be small as possible. So I'll probably project the geometry here. I'll just project this, and I'm going to be in trouble. Probably let me just project where this that's good enough, and maybe this, and I will be in trouble. This, not that, maybe this. Okay, so I'll just draw 2 points. It's a rectangle here. I'm just going to call it 3 mm tab 10 mm. It's good enough. And another one down here, same 10 mm height, tab 3 mm. So I'll begin by, I'll just draw the tab. So let me just look at it. So this is 10 by 3, and then I'll just use a line and follow these 5 mm, and then probably I should have used then maybe a rectangle here. There's going to be 20 tab 3. Okay, same here. So use a line from this point 5. I'll draw a rectangle from here to here, which is going to be 20 tab 3. So I have this rectangle. Now I'd like to just like create a dimension for it. So I'll just probably offset it from, maybe I should project geometry of this corner, now that corner, and okay, no worries. So I am just going to dimension it from, wow, dimension it from this point to where it begins. Let's probably just make it an inch. Yeah, an inch is okay. 25 mm, it's good enough. And then offset it to the other one, maybe by 150. It's good enough. And then I can just finish that sketch and just extrude this backwards by -3. Going to be a new component. Then you could just call them stoppers. So I'm going to include another stopper behind here and one below here. So same process. In this case, I'm going to offset a plane from the back of this by 3 mm, and then I'm going to just create a sketch on that plane. Probably I'm going to project this and this, and then I could slice that up, and then I could look at it on head on. So what I want is to just fairly get a mid position between this tab and this tab. So if we measure and inspect the length from here to here, it's 140, so I'm looking at 70. So I'm going to sketch a point here. It's going to be dimension of 70 from here to here. So yeah, now then probably I should just get another point. It's going to be in here, and then probably just dimension it. This should be 1.5 negative, really. That's a joke. So let me just draw a line here. Oh yeah, I'm in trouble. Project this and draw a line from here to here, call it center line, create a point right here, and then get a rectangle, a center rectangle like this, that is going to be same dimension as the others. So 10 tab 3, and then maybe we needed to just elongate this length a bit, probably just by 3, and then make it construction point, sketch, just get a point here, and then a rectangle, center rectangle. So it's going to be 3 tab 20. So we have the sketch for our tab, and I could just press extrude on that, extrude backwards by 3. It's going to be a new component. Could press OK. So I'm going to create one right here, same process. So I'm just going to offset a plane from here backwards, this time by again -3, enter. I could do -4 for the lower one, because no, still -3. Let me just offset it by -3, and then I'll just create a sketch here. I'm going to project my geometry here, okay, and then I'm going to just get a center point here. So a line, this is already the center point, so just sketch it like that. Now this is, let's just slice it so that you can see what you're doing. So I need to get a rectangle center rectangle from this point, then it's going to be 3 tab 10, and then I could just get a point here, dimension from this point to this point 1.5, and then rectangle here is going to be 20 tab 3, and then I'm going to extrude this backwards by -3. Sorry, I'm going to extrude this by -3 as a new component. So next I'm going to mirror these tabs to this side. So simply I will just get a midplane. So this plane and this plane, okay, and then I could just mirror my components, which are really components. So at this the mirror plane is right here. Okay, so I have my components ready. I could hide this plane. The last thing here is to sketch this front face. So I'll just get the plane that I've used before. I suspect this one, yeah. So start a sketch, create a sketch here, and essentially I'll just project this, okay, and then just pick up starting point here. So I'll sketch a point here. I want to eyeball, and then can look at and then I'll draw a rectangle from that corner to this corner, which is going to be 200 tab 194. Just inspect how far this goes. I think 200 by 194 is good enough. Only I will need to take that down a bit, and I'll just finish the sketch right there. Extrude this forwards by -3, enter. So I cut, so just extrude again this as a new component by -3. Now we obviously have an issue here of interference. So I am going to inspect between this and this. It's going to be 5.9, approximately 6. So it is 5.9 approximately 6 plus 3. If you add 3, the thickness of this should be about 9. So I'm just going to offset this backwards by 10. So the good thing with Fusion is that I'm just going to get the plane where I sketched this. This could have been the plane. I'm going to edit the feature. It was offset by -3. It should be offset by probably -10. And that is it. So what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to fillet the sharp corners, a boundary fill, sorry, just fillet the sharp corners. So this, this, points I'd love to fillet by 10. I will now combine the bodies that have not been combined. So can use the combine command here. This is the target body and I need to cut. So keep tools, remember to press the keep tools and control this, and then this. Okay, so you can see that the tool has been cut now. And control Z. Now same as this here, so I will combine command. This is a target body and then the tool body is this, and this, as well as this. Okay, so that one has been cut as well, and control Z to undo. So I notice a problem right here that I'm going to correct. So let me just undo that right step, last step, because I don't want this to look like that at this end because it's going to have a weak point. So how we created this, we're just going to come to this and just get it in the timeline. If we find it, we can manage to find this in the timeline. This is it. So just love to recreate this. So instead of using this face here, I'd like to just edit the sketch here. From here to here, straight line from here to here, finish sketch. And then I'm going to come to where the feature is, edit feature. So I want to use this instead of this, and this instead of this, and this instead of this instead of this, so that this last point cannot be cut. I'm just going to do the same on the other side very fast. Yeah, and then I could still put it on the new body. It's okay. Yeah, so this is now much better the way it is, the way it appears, because then I'll be able to combine the bodies without error. So this is a target body. The two bodies are this. This is okay. And then I'm also going to combine for the other body here. So this is a target body, and then the two bodies are this. Okay. So now if you look through, there are no interferences on my body. There are no interferences. So the two last things I'm going to do, one is to assign physical property. So I'll come here and save it as an acrylic auto cue, and then I'll just name this component as the face, name this component as the tabs. All of them are the same, So although in here there are many bodies, it's just one body. Oh yeah. Then mirror. Oh yeah. So I have another trouble. So I'll need to also combine this operation cut. The two bodies are this, and the one behind, I don't know whether it's accessible, and this. Okay, same as this. So S combine. This is the target body, and these are the two bodies, this, and this. Okay, and then one more here. S combine. This is the target body, and this is the two body, one behind here, this. Okay, I can see there's some space here, but I don't mind too much because probably I could change this offset to, instead of 10, I'll put it at -9, so that it's not obviously visible that there's an offset like that there. Now the last thing I'm going to do here is to just assign physical properties. So right click, physical material. I will be using plastic, acrylic, plastic, and acrylic clear. So these will be acrylic clear and everything else should be plastic. So I think I'll begin by highlighting everything, just assigning it acrylic, and then assign this acrylic clear, and hopefully I can edit the color of these in appearance. So just press A and press paint, and then I'll paint matte black, matte paint black, closest to a matte black, this rough black. So I could just assign every one of these components, is this dark paint. I should have selected everything. And voila, this is our auto cue. So I could just put it in the render space. So I have the top, which is not rendered. So this is the render, this is the auto cue. So the DSLR or mirrorless camera, whichever you have, is going to come behind here, and then this front side is going to hold the phone or tablet to the dimension shown. It's 194 mm. That's about, is it 8 inches, if I'm not wrong? Yeah, so it's going to be made out of acrylic. So we're going to cut it on the laser cutter, and we're just going to do an assembly to just test how it's going to come out and work. The files for these will be available for downloads if you would want to cut the similar auto cue for your DSLR or mirrorless camera and just use it. And hopefully it's going to benefit you and give you a better storytelling experience as you work with it. So let's go to the next step, put it on the laser, and we'll see you as we put it together. So thanks.